Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to Friday's maths lesson. I've included the Roman date for us this morning. Make sure if you're working at home you put that in as well. You'll see it is 2021. I know earlier in the week I was still writing 2020 because my mind's still on last year, but we've moved on, it's 2021. Okay, good to see everyone this morning, and thank you very much for everybody who's trying really hard with Teams, uploading things, viewing things on Teams and working at home. I think you're all doing brilliantly, so well done. Okay, so we're going to try and multiply larger numbers today, but we're going to be renaming as well. So a couple of skills, I'm going to go through that this morning. Let's start by thinking, can we multiply hundreds? Now I know this was at the beginning of the week, but I just wanted to go over that again with you. So we've got 7 400s here. We need to think, can we split that up into something? We can think about 7 4s, and then we can multiply it by 100 like so. So if we know our 7 4s, 7 4s are 28, and then we can multiply that by 100. It's 100, nearly got 1,000 then, children. We can multiply that by 100. 28 hundredths, that equals 2,800. Okay, let's have a go at another one. We've got here 600 multiplied by 8. Well, again, we could split that up. This is the same as 6 times 100 times 8. Okay, but I could then, we know that when we're multiplying three numbers like that, we can move them around because it doesn't make any difference how we multiply them. The answer's the same. So I'm going to pull my 6 8s there together, first of all, and then I'm going to multiply by 100 because then I'm using my tables. So I've got 6 8s of 48, and then I can multiply that by 100. 48 times 100, or 48 hundredths, 48 100 times bigger, 4,800. You're going to need these skills today when we're multiplying. We can do this now. So this is what you've been practicing, and I saw lots of people with accurate work. So this is the method that we've been learning to do this week. So again, we're going to go through it again just quickly. We start with our 1s. 7 3s are 21. Then our 10s, 7 20s. Well, it's 7 2s, which is 14. 10 times bigger, 140. Here's our hundreds that we've been looking at just now. 7 400s. 7 4s are 28. 100 times bigger. All lined up correctly, children. Remember, you must line things up correctly, otherwise when it comes to the adding, you're going to make a mistake. Now we can add 1, 6, 9, 2. 2,961. Now, I've put there's no renaming. The renaming bit, remember, renaming is it comes in the adding bit when we have to move our 10s to our hundreds and things like that. So let's have a look. Let's go back to 2-digit renaming, which we did before Christmas, just to refresh our memories a little bit. So 89 multiplied by 9, same method. We're going to go 9 9s for our 1s, that's 81. 9 80s, so 9 8s are 72, 10 times bigger, 720. Then when we come to add 1 there, this is where our renaming happens. Watch, children. 8 and 2 is 10. Remember, that's going to need renaming. We're going to put this here and we're going to rename into our hundreds there. And then we've got 7 there, 1 there, so our answer is 801. Renaming happens at the adding stage of the calculation. So what we're doing today is we're learning to do two things. We're going to be multiplying those larger numbers, but we're also going to have to rename. And you children are absolutely brilliant at renaming because you did it all when we did addition way back in the autumn term, so I know you can do it. Okay, so let's go through, that was a 2-digit one. What your task today is about is 3-digit numbers. So let's just make sure we can do that and rename. Where do we start? Always with our ones. 9 fours, 36. 9 90s, well I know 9 nines, 81. 10 times bigger, 810. 9 200s, 9 twos are 18, 100 times bigger. Can you see again how everything is lined up, children? I know some of you may not have squared paper at home, you may just have lined paper to work out your calculations. Try your best to keep them all in those columns, otherwise that's where the mistakes happen when you put them in the wrong place. Now we're going to add our ones, that makes 6. Our 10s, that makes 4. Here comes our renaming. Our 100s, 800s and 800s, that's 1600s. And then I've got that there and that there, so I've got 2646 for that. Okay. Right, so this is the sheet that I've uploaded onto Teams. It looks like this. So there's 4 there for you to do at the top. Then you've got these at the bottom. Right, these need copying into a book because you need the method. You can't really do them in your head. Some children are pretty good with mental maths, but I want to see the methods, children. I really want that method today, okay, because the numbers are large. What to do if you're struggling a bit today, because this is tricky work. This is work, you know, that is right at the top end of year 4 work. So if you're struggling a little bit today, a few little clues here could help you. You could write out your times table so you have the basics in front of you. So for example, if you're not too sure of your 7s there, you could have the 7 times table written out, and that would help you with accuracy if you're not too sure of that table. If you are a bit wobbly with your tables, you could go on TT to sharpen your tables. And I noticed some of you have been on TT, so well done for those of you that have. Remember, I can see when you've been on, so it'd be really good if you try and go on. If you are absolutely struggling and this is too much for you, you're really finding it very stressful, you can always make the 3-digit numbers back to 2-digit numbers. And try that with a bit of renaming, and then upload the work for me to see. Okay, boys and girls, there's a few things there to help you out if you are struggling. There's this video which will be on for you to go through again to see the method that we've been learning about. You're all doing brilliantly. I miss you all in school terribly, and keep safe and enjoy the snow. Thanks, boys and girls.